I've been trying to find a video on YouTube about how to make transitions with tempo changes and figured out there isn't one. I mean, there's a ton of videos on technical side of this subject, like how to change tempo in FL Studio or how to automate a tempo track in Ableton Live, etc. But that is not what I was looking for. Today I'll show you how I make transitions with tempo changes in terms of arrangement and production. I know you don't hear tempo changes that much in modern music, but I think it is a very powerful tool to bring some movement and dynamics to your song. So, let's jump right into my DAW, into my digital audio workstation. But first, hi! You're watching Farber Music Production. My name is Boris, and if you want me to produce a song for you, check out some links in the description.
So, here's the session. As an example, I will use my own prog metal track, which I wrote quite a while ago. But don't worry, you can apply all these methods to any genre you work in. So, hear how it sounds. I think that's enough. I define 4 different types of transitions with tempo changes. The first one is via symbol. That means you don't have to do anything specific. This type goes very well with all our regular transitions, with key changes and all other stuff. But you have to know that it's not enough to just put a crash or china on the downbeat of a new tempo. That's not how it works. You need to prepare the listener to give him a hint that something is about to happen. So a nice thing to do is to put some swells or risers before the downbeat, like that. They don't need to be loud. You can barely hear them in the mix, but they do make a huge difference. So here's the same transitions without the swells and stuff. It's just not that powerful. Right? Then, after a big solo part, I came back to the original tempo. This transition can be considered via symbol, but I haven't prepared the listener at all, and I took out the guitars, so the next part is even more contrasting to the previous part. Even though there is a crash on the downbeat, of course. So, the second type of transitions with tempo changes is what I call throwing a new pulse before the actual tempo change. This might be my favorite one, actually, because it happens 3 times in this track. Remember how we prepared the listener with risers and stuff? So, we're basically doing the same thing, but instead of giving a hint, we grab their faces screaming, "This is our new tempo, do you understand?" And you can do this with any instrument you want. In this case, I've done it with both guitar and drums. Check this out. The second time it happens, it's not actually a tempo change, but a feeling change from triplets to eighth notes. But before the change, there is a drum fill played with 16th notes. So check this out. And there happens the third type of tempo change. And the third type is beat hole. The concept is we're stopping the rhythm entirely, dropping it out for a couple of bars, while some other instruments are playing a new part in a new tempo. So basically, this time, instead of preparing and warning the listener, we throw him in a pit hole, confuse him a bit, and then give him the new tempo to bang his head along with. Like this. You got the idea. And last but not least, ramp tempo changing. I don't know about other digital audio workstations, but in Cubase, you can choose the way the tempo changes. Right here, step or ramp. While the step type is just an instant tempo change, the ramp is slowly moving the tempo to the point you want it to for as long as you want it to. That doesn't happen in this particular track, but I have another one which is called Hotel Cacophonia, and in that track this type of tempo change really shines. Check this out. Okay, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching it. Hope it was helpful and you will start using tempo changes in your music. Speaking of which, if you want me to produce your music, check out some links in the description and follow me on some social media like Instagram or Facebook or something. Okay, bye!